Good day, guys. This is the continuation about the topic, the integrative teaching strategies. So, I am Ramilis Medio.
And I am Camille Catalan, and today we are tackling about the selection of strategies in teaching integrative method.
Okay, guys. So, before we proceed in our topic, we prepared activities. These activities is what we call scrambled letters.
So can you guess what is in the screen?
Melvin?
Integrated unit designs.
Very good, Melvin.
So first, we have a integrated unit design. So what is integrated unit design? Integrated unit design is a teaching plan that incorporates more than one curriculum area by teaching through a theme or idea to selected curriculum areas. So first, we have a decide on unit theme that will allow all group members to enter to the integration process. Second is identify the major concept to serve as a suitable integrating lens for the study. Next is we have web the topics for the study by subject or learning area around the concept and the theme. And number 4 is brainstorm some of the essential understanding generalization that would expect learners derive from the study. Next is brainstorm essential question to facilitate study towards the essential understanding. Number 6 is list proceed complex performance and bullet case skills to be emphasized in a unit instruction and object activities. Number 7, for each week, the discipline in the unit.
Let's continue. For modes of integrative teaching strategies. Number 1, thematic teaching. Thematic teaching requires organization of themes around ideas. The theme provides focus and help learners to see the meaningful connection across subject areas. It links ideas to action and learning to live. For example, may express interest in current public music. This interest can be developed into thematic instructional units and lessons that span across time and cultures, how cultures interact and impact one another. Music is a social political commentary in social studies or history classes. Second, content-based instruction or CBI. It is the integration content learning with language teaching. The language curriculum centered on the academic needs and interests of the learners. Thus, it crosses the barriers between language and subject matter content. This approach aims at developing the learner's language and skills. For example, student might have a lesson on French cuisine. This would focus on French diet and would naturally introduce such as pain or bread, fromage or cheese, and crusade in meaningful way because the words are presented within the context of the content. This helps students make logical connection between ideas, words, and objects. Proponents of content-based learning believe that this approach is the most effective method for language acquisition. Third, focusing inquiry. Focusing inquiry is an interdisciplinary approach that uses questions to organize learning. Learners become creators rather than recipients of knowledge. Contents and concepts are given less importance than the process of conducting an investigation and communicating what was learned to others. Instructional process is built around inquiry, where teachers guide the students to discover answer to questions. Using what learners already know as starting point, they generate questions about things they do not know yet. They design a method of investigation and gather information on their own. For example of focusing inquiry, number 1 is interacting, number 2 is clarification, number 3 is questioning, number 4 is design. So, interacting is a deep dive into engaging relevant and credible media form to identify a need or opportunity for inquiry. Number 2 is clarifying, summarizing or paraphrasing and categorized learning with the teacher, expert, or support. Number 3 is questioning. This questioning phase is a critical phase of the inquiry-based learning process. if for no other reason than misunderstanding, lack of organization, uneven confidence, or inability to see the big picture surface her more clearly than other plays. Number four is designing is an accessible or relevant and curiosity-driven action or product to communicate, justify, inquiry. Lastly, generic competency. Generic competency model, learners are enrolled in 3 to 4 linked or related courses or subject areas. In Makabayan, for instant competency subject and can be clustered into the personal development, social competencies, and work and special skills. The subject specialized teaches his or subject and activities will draw on process and skills important to each discipline.
Okay, next we proceed to other forms of integrated strategies. So first we have the lecture discussion. So in lecture discussion, it uses the three-pronged strategy, which includes careful organization of the course material, students, interaction, and lecture and discussion sections activity. So in lecture discussion, we always use to discuss our topic to our students. Next. Next is demonstration lecture method. Demonstration lecture method is after showing an actual things that presents the subject matter, the teacher may now proceed to his lecture in order to provide students with an in-depth understanding of the procedure of a process presented. First, we have a lecture discussion. So next we proceed to other forms of integrated strategies. So first we have lecture discussion. Lecture discussion, it is used the three-pronged strategies, which includes careful organization of the course material, student interaction in lecture, and discussion section activities. In lecture discussion, we always use this in our classroom. Next, number 2 is demonstration lecture method. So, in demonstration lecture method, after showing an actual things that present the subject matter, the teacher may now proceed to his lecture in order to provide students with an in-depth understanding of the procedure of the process presented. And number 3, next, film showing discussion. In film showing discussion, the teacher uses films, tapes, includes the television, and after that, the discussion will follow. So our teacher use other video clips to show what topic we have in discussion. For example, our teacher use some video clips to present the topic, and then the discussion will follow. And then next, number 4, reporting discussion. After a student makes a report, the class can actively engage in an interesting discussion of the various ideas that the student share with his classmate. The teacher at this point can enliven the session by asking some question and can enrich it too by adding relevant and clarifying ideas. So in reporting discussion, this is what we are doing right now. We are reporting. So number 5 is inductive deductive teaching. In inductive deductive teaching, teaching from the most specific to most complex subject matter, and then letting the students derive their own specific understanding about the topic. It's from general to specific, and it's specific to general. And last but not the least is directed transductive. And directed transductive convergent thinking is emphasized in this strategy, which is highly constructed in moving students from particular to particular. It is used in teaching specific motor skills, word association skills, math skills, and the like. And the best example of this is outdoor activities like field trips and other outdoor activities.